If that headline made you pause, that reaction was intentional. Headlines like that are carefully crafted to grab attention, spark emotion, and push you to click before thinking. But here's the reality. When you see an exaggerated caption tied to a real person's name, especially something meant to shock, it's usually a sign that someone is chasing attention rather than truth. Stay with this video until the end, because this isn't really about a swimsuit headline at all. It's about how the internet keeps repeating the same old tactics of public embarrassment, and why Monica Lewinsky's name still gets used to generate cheap clicks. Monica Lewinsky has remained a recognizable figure in popular culture for decades, and that recognition is exactly why click-driven pages keep targeting her. Her name sparks instant reactions. People think they already know the story. Some accounts take advantage of that familiarity by turning her into a punchline or reducing her to a superficial headline, even years later. That's not harmless fun. It's taking advantage of someone's past for traffic. Let's be direct about this. Sensational, objectifying headlines aren't entertainment. They're designed to strip a person down to one shallow image and erase their humanity. When this happens to someone who has already endured intense public scrutiny, it reinforces the idea that they can never move on, that they remain public property forever. That's a deeply unfair message. Here's something viewers need to understand. Even clicking out of curiosity still fuels the system. Every click tells the account to keep posting similar content. Every reaction teaches the platform to promote it further. These posts don't spread because they're meaningful or accurate. They spread because shock and outrage are easy to trigger, and algorithms reward that. It's also important to recognize how misleading these posts can be. Sometimes they recycle old photos with new captions. Sometimes they use images that aren't even connected to the person named. Sometimes they rely on edits or fake accounts created solely to harvest attention. The formula rarely changes. Bold wording, strong emotion, and the promise that you'll be stunned. What you usually get instead is something taken out of context or completely empty. What often gets ignored is Monica Lewinsky's actual story. She isn't just a moment frozen in time. She's a real person who experienced public judgment on a scale few people could imagine. Over the years, she's spoken openly about the long-term effects of public shaming and online cruelty. Whether someone agrees with everything she says or not, that experience is real and it matters. Being reduced to a joke or headline can shape a person's entire life. That's why these kinds of sensational swimsuit headlines feel especially harmful. They pull the conversation back to the most shallow level possible. They shift attention away from growth, complexity, and humanity, and instead focus on appearance and cheap reactions. This pattern shows up again and again, and it disproportionately targets women, who are often judged and mocked in ways men are not. Here's the most important takeaway. You don't have to participate. You can choose not to reward content designed to humiliate or reduce someone to a viral moment. If you want to talk about Monica Lewinsky or anyone else, talk about them as a whole person, not as bait for engagement. A simple guideline helps. If a post seems designed to make you feel embarrassed for looking or excited to judge, it's probably toxic. The internet already has more than enough of that. We don't need to help it spread. Next time you see a headline like this, stop and ask yourself, who gains from my click? Most of the time it's not you, and it's definitely not the person named. It's just an account chasing attention. If you want more content that breaks down clickbait tactics and encourages more thoughtful viewing, like, subscribe, and share this with someone who tends to fall for extreme headlines. Sometimes, one moment of pause is enough to stop a lot of bad content from going further.